I just want to give you some perspective on the plunging markets day after day, up and down, and let you know some things to keep in mind. So I think there's about 4 reasons that are contributing to the massive volatility and the wild swings in the market. Number 1, coming into this, we knew that it had been over 10 years since we've had a 20% correction in the market, or otherwise known as a bear market. You have people with a decade of experience that have actually never professionally been in the seat with the market going down that much. So add to that we live in an immediate gratification society and have for a number of years. We are so used to ordering online, having things delivered to us, immediately subscribing to things, ordering things from our computer that become available immediately. We just don't have to wait for things. We're not used to that forbearance of waiting something out. The third thing is that we're also used to having information at our fingertips. We can grab our phone, grab a computer, and quickly find out anything that we want to know. Right now, we can't do that because there is just too much uncertainty about this new virus. There isn't certainty about whether these actions are working. We don't even know who's got it for 2 weeks until we find out that they're sick, that they've had it for 2 weeks. So we're just not used to dealing with this level of uncertainty, both personally to our personal well-being and from an economic standpoint in terms of how this is going to exactly affect all the businesses. Will the measures work, and are we doing them fast enough? A fourth thing, and I guess I could go to a fifth, but the fourth one is we have so many trading mechanisms now that are built off algorithms that aren't even people. They're programs that are built to do X if Y happens, and to execute a trade or a buy or a sell if one indicator or sequence of indications happens in such a way. So a lot of the trading that's happening may not even be happening by people using their heads. That can contribute in a way that none of us probably even know. There are also a lot of new financial instruments that have arisen over the past decade in a period of pretty low volatility when we haven't had a chance to really test them in fast-moving markets. The last thing is, I think when you consider where most of the stock exchanges are located physically and where a lot of trading floors are located, it's in the New York City metro area. So that means a lot of these traders are personally scared. They're personally threatened by this epidemic more so than we are here in the Midwest. So I think that if we can keep all of these things in mind, let's not respond to the market action as how we should respond to what's going on, but look at that as a result of all these factors kind of creating a perfect storm into the trading. Now, that being said, markets will sell off when there's uncertainty and a panic. There is a lot of impact from this, so I don't mean to downplay it. I'm absolutely certain that when we get a little more time and distance between the scariest time that we're going through now, markets will settle. Great businesses will still be doing well. This is an opportunity to put money in, as scary as that is, but we will come through this. A lot of people are going to be sick. It's going to affect people that we all know. But from an economic standpoint, life will go on. We will come back to normal. And a lot of businesses may reinvent themselves a bit. Workforces may reinvent themselves from this. So it could have a massive change on how we do live our lives and facilitate business going forward. But we will get there. People have a way of working things out. Humans have a way of muddling through, of banding together, pulling themselves up by their bootstraps and working it out. We're doing all the right things. We're slowing the spread by separating ourselves from crowds. We are working on vaccines. We're ramping up medical facilities. So we're doing everything that we can do. to handle this as best we can. And in the end, what we'll look back and see is that we could have done things better. We could have been more prepared, but companies will still be here. Companies will recover. One of the things that gives me a lot of comfort in a time like this, as far as my investment money goes, is that I know that we're not using a lot of untested tools or systems, and the tried and true solid businesses will weather this well and will still be around for the next bull cycle. So I sleep really well at night knowing how my portfolio is invested, and I hope you will too. Please realize that we will get through this. Markets will settle, pricing will come back to reality, businesses will go on, people will adjust, and life will get back to maybe a slightly new normal, but it will get back to normal. We'll get through this.